If we are open, if our mind is open, we can learn from everything. Whatever we come across, whatever we face, we can learn from that. So if we are a learner, nature is the best teacher we can find. Nature is the greatest teacher that a human being can ever find. Learning means telling something to someone who is willing to listen. If you are willing to listen to nature, it will tell you everything that you should listen, that you should know. Oh man, I need the money, man. Will nature give me money? Nature will give you more than the money. Your asking for money is your thought. It is what you are imagining. Nature will give you what you can't even think of, what you can't even imagine. So today, we will learn 5 things from the flower we have in our house. We will learn 5 life-changing things from this flower. Let's touch these 5 things one by one. The first thing that we can learn from a flower is a flower tree takes moss and garbages and turn it to a beautiful flower. What is a flower is really made of? The mud and the garbage, the mud which have ugly color, the garbage which have bad smell, the mud which have a ugly color, the flower tree turns it to a beautiful color. The garbage which have bad smell, the flower tree turns it to a sweet fragrance. So from this worst thing, a flower tree is making a beautiful and the best flower. So from this mud and garbage, a flower tree is making a beautiful flower. And what do we really need to do something beautiful in our life? We expect the best and best things, isn't it? We want a best school, best university, best teacher, best family, best parents, best friends, best life partner, and best functioning Wi-Fi. Yes, we need best and best things to do something best. We expect this. But a single tiny flower is taking the worst thing possible and turning it to the something best. This means from the worst thing we can make something best. To do something best, we don't need the best thing. Even from the worst thing, we can bring something best. The second thing we can learn from a flower is, when we look at a flower tree, it has flowers, leaves, and thorns. But when we really look at it, we say it is a beautiful flower. It is because our focus is only on the flower, not on the leaves, not on the thorns, but what we do with the human beings. When we see a small thorns on them, we say, what a bad man, what a bad woman. We never look at their flowers. Every human being also have a flowers. Yes, they may also have thorns. As we call a flower beautiful which have more thorns than the flowers, we may also call a human being beautiful because they have flowers. And instead of blaming them, criticizing them for their thorns, we may help them to get rid of that thorns and replace that with one more flower. Third thing that we can learn from a flower is, the flower makes the whole environment beautiful. If in an area there are hundreds of just about any grasses, what will it say? We say, what an ugly place. But if there are hundreds of flowers, we say, what a beautiful garden. That means the flower makes the whole environment beautiful. It influences the environment in good way. Are we that kind of human beings? That we makes the environment something beautiful? Are we that kind of life that makes the whole environment beautiful, or we are kind of people who makes the environment ugly, who shares bitterness with the people, who point out the false mistakes, who only criticize and blames people. So whoever we are, we should never share our bitterness with the people, because that bitterness will make the environment more ugly. Whoever you came across, you only share your sweetness. That's how the environment will become sweet. That is what the flower is doing. It is expressing its sweetness. So the fourth thing that we can learn from a flower is flowers with passions. Suppose there are hundreds of flower trees with many flowers, but there is one particular flower tree which don't have even a single flower. Then it will not rush to make a flower overnight. It will not lose its passions. It will not be in a hurry to make a flower because others have. It will run its own race. It will live its own life. It will flower when it's ready to flower, not because of the influence of the outer situations. So what we do in our life, if we saw people doing what we want to do, then we compare ourselves with them and makes us down. We completely forget that we are a new life. We are a different life. We have different passion. We have different ability. And we have to live our own life on our own way. So now we have to learn to run our own race like the flower did. We have to flower when we are ready to flower, not because of the influence of others, not to show others. And another thing is, when we start something, we want immediate result. We want immediate success. A flower tree does not flower overnight. It works for so many days. In the same way, we have to work for many days to become successful in one particular field. The last and the fifth thing that we can learn from a flower is the flower faces bees, insects, and so many things. When a bee comes and takes what it wants to take from the flower, it will not influence the flower. It will not damage and destroy the flower. It is because the flower is not that weak. Something from outside comes and destroys it. The flower is so strong that nothing from outside can take what it really is. Are we that strong that we don't get influenced by the outer situations or the people from the outside? No, that is not the case with me. If somebody comes and says something about me or my family, I get depressed and tense so easily. If one thing goes wrong, I'll lose my passions. My whole day will become rough. My mood will go off. There is a switch off, on and off. This might be the case with us, but we have to learn this from a flower, that it is that strong, nothing from outside can influence it, damage it, destroy it. So we have to make ourselves that strong by having the clarity why the people are saying that. Is it real? It is their own imagination or thought? Why this situation is making me nervous, making me upset? Is it because I don't have the understanding about this situation? Or this situation have this quality to upset just about everyone? If I pinch you, you will feel pain. This is the situation which is equal and same to all. But other people's opinion and the situations of life are upsetting you, means you are weak, you are not that strong. You are not that strong to face these things. It is not equal and same to all. Some take other people's opinion and situations as their blessing, and others makes depression out of it. What you make out of it depends on your understanding and clarity.